Let's speak about NIO's third quarter report, baby. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the clothing line to prove the fact. I'm going to speak about NIO, baby. To sum it all up very quickly, very good third quarter report, but it is exactly what we expected. We already knew the delivery numbers, etc. But excellent third quarter for this company. They are on an absolute roll. Very difficult to know what's going to happen today. I mean, if you look, this company dropped nearly 9% before coming back up to where we are now. We're actually up a little bit in the pre-market, 3.5% or so. So it's been a mixed bag. A big sell-off like that has to be an institution. And maybe a few people took advantage of the juicy deals down at the bottom. What I really want to speak about is just the Q3, our deliveries, our margins, how things are looking, etc, etc. And of course, an update on the price action, what I think could happen going forwards. And I know I'm a little bit late to this one. This came out at, I think it was midnight my time, so, you know, I wasn't really going to be able to make a video. So I'm sorry about that, my friends. But if you do enjoy the video and appreciate me making it, please hit that juicy like button, my friends. It's completely free. And drop me a comment down below. What did you think of Q3? If you are indeed new around here, please hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors, guys. Also, if you want some free stonks, hit the second link in the description. Sign up to Webull, deposit $100 Roonies, and get 3 free stonks up to $1,600. Seems like a good deal. And last but not least, if you want my buy and sell alerts and a private Discord group with over 40 private channels, hit that first link in the description and stop playing yourself, my friends. So, straight into the third quarter financial results. Well, the first thing that we obviously love to see is 12,206 deliveries. That is beautiful. Now, of course, we already knew this number, but still absolutely fantastic. So quarter over quarter, that's very nice growth. Year over year, incredible growth. Let's not even get ahead of ourselves though, okay? So quarterly total revenue reached $666.6 million. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Quarterly vehicle margin, okay, reached 14.5%. That is absolutely incredible. We'll get into why later on. And the quarterly gross margin actually reached very close to 13%. Again, absolutely incredible. NIO has turned so much around over the last 6 months. So vehicle sales went up 146% from the third quarter of 2019 and 22.4% from the previous quarter. Just look at this though, guys, right? That vehicle margin at 14.5% compared with negative 6.8% in the third quarter of 2019. I mean, that is absolutely immense. It was only the second quarter that we got a positive vehicle margin, and they are still growing that quickly. This is insane, guys. This is beautiful. I think I said it in the Q2, but this is the most exciting piece to me, is that the fact that that vehicle margin is going up. So total revenue went up 146.4% year over year, essentially. Gross profit was at $86.3 million, but loss from operations was at $139.3 million. But that is a decrease of 60% from the third quarter of 2019 and 18.4% from the second quarter. So again, fantastic. Absolutely everything is going in the right direction. And then ultimately our net loss was $154.2 million. And let me tell you, that was not bad at all for this company. That's a 58.5% decrease from the third quarter 2019 and a further 11% decrease from the second quarter 2020. That's not bad at all, guys. Especially when you do go ahead and see that we have cash and equivalents, restricted cash and short-term investments of about $3.3 billion as of right now. That loss doesn't seem very significant whatsoever, and I have to admit NIO looks to be in an absolutely fantastic position going forwards. So we all know October deliveries, beautiful, over 5,000 vehicles, immense. And there's definitely potential that Q4 could be even better. So fingers crossed we could be in for a fantastic end of year report. On November 6th, NIO launched the 100 kilowatt per hour battery pack with battery upgrade plans. Something nobody else is doing. Very exciting. And this is adding value to their user base. September 2020, NIO completed the offering of a lot of American depository shares. Honestly, even though they're in a really good cash position, I could see this happening again soon. Off of the back of this immense run-up, and NIO has a history, let's be honest, of this, I think we could see some more share dilution soon, and I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing in the long term. I mean, just let NIO turn into this absolute cash machine. Let them sit on a mountain of cash, and it could lead to, you know, a better market share down the line. But it is something I will keep my eyes out for. I think it's potentially going to happen. Now, another very exciting one, okay? Completion of increase of controlling equity interest in NIO China. The company currently holds 86.5% controlling equity interest in NIO Holding Co., the legal entity of NIO China. That's good, guys. This is what we really want to see. We want NIO to own more of NIO China. We want the government to own less. Yes, it's great having the government support, but ultimately, we want NIO to be making the money that they're making. I believe initially they only owned 76. It was either 76 or 78% of NIO China. So it's getting a lot better and quite quickly as well. They could be looking at 100% ownership within a year or two. So completion of redemption of equity interest in XPT from minority shareholders. So NIO redeemed a total of 21.09% equity interest in XPT and now indirectly wholly owns them. Now, okay, CEO and CFO comments. I'm not going to read through everything, but we expect to deliver 16,500 to 17,000 vehicles in the coming fourth quarter. Straight off the bat, if that is to happen, that's absolutely fantastic. They bet the estimates they set themselves for Q3. If we beat these estimates again, beautiful. Following the release of NIO OS 2.7 via firmware over the air upgrade in October 2020, our users have been able to enjoy the Navigate on Pilot feature of NIO Pilot on highways and urban expressways in China. That's an exciting update as well. Going forward, we remain committed to deploying more resources into the core technology innovations and delivering the best holistic product and service experience to our community in the pursuit of fortifying our long-term competitiveness in the market. Beautifully said. So research and development costs went up 8.4% from the second quarter, but down 42.3% from last year. And they said this was primarily attributed to the higher design and development costs incurred in the third quarter of 2019 for EC6 and the new ES8 launched in the fourth quarter of 2019. And again, selling general and administrative went down year over year and up a very small amount from the second quarter of 2020. So the thing about NIO is they give us updates so incredibly often that when a quarterly report comes out, there's not really any new news. Like, we knew everything to do with the deliveries, we knew everything to do with the 100 kilowatt per hour battery, we knew everything to do with the battery as a service. There wasn't really anything new in that quarterly update, which again isn't a bad thing. I just think that could be part of the reason why, we can post a really good quarter and not see very much price action, because it's been happening over the last few months, because we've seen how well things have been going. So I'm not surprised at all we haven't just seen the biggest boom straight up in the air candle. It's because we already knew the large majority of the good that was to be said. So look, NIO is obviously doing absolutely incredibly as of right now. A lot of you guys will probably remember Friday. Friday was an insane day, okay? We opened up nice and high, all the way up about $50 a share. We went all the way up to 55. We came all the way down to 40. That day was nuts, my friends. So you can see again, we're trading somewhat underneath the trend lines we had created, but we are still way above that 50-day moving average. All in all though, there still most certainly is an upward trend. I mean, you could start creating a new wedge here if you wanted to. I'm still waiting to see if we can come back up into here. I think short term right now though, guys, it's very hard to call NIO stock. Long term, I am more bullish than ever. I mean, what an incredible quarter for the company. I don't see how you couldn't be. The deliveries are going insane. They're owning more of NIO China. The gross margins are getting better and better every single quarter. It's beautiful. But it has to be acknowledged we have run up in price absolutely massively as of late. I mean, over the last, 4.5 weeks when JPM updated their price target, we went from 21 all the way up to 55 at one stage, and we're still sitting at 46. So long term, I think, yes, we're going to see some really nice price action, but short term, I'm still not sure what's going to happen. But I do still expect a little bit more of a pullback at some stage. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we have to come all the way back down here, but I do think it's very realistic to expect a little bit more of a pullback. But again, if you're going to hold these guys 3, 5, 10 years, you're probably going to be absolutely fine, my friends. So yeah, guys, that's really what I had to think about this. I wouldn't say it's underwhelming at all, because it's obviously absolutely fantastic. We just knew the large majority of it already. Usually we look at a third quarter report and it's all new information to us. We don't know what's going on. I mean, NIO tells us everything. NIO's long-term outlook most certainly has gotten better after this quarter and last quarter, over the last 6 months in particular. And I really like seeing that vehicle margin going up all the way up to 14.5%. That's some immense growth in a span of 6 months. Now, there is one article I just want to go through very briefly. We've covered most of it, but it's the title that gets me. Is the NIO share price surge sustainable? And the reason this caught my eye is because this is something we've been speaking about on the channel for a little while now. I've spoken about the run up numerous times. I've taken a different stance than a lot of people, I'm not just saying bull. I don't think it can keep going up forever, because let's be honest, guys, no stock keeps going up forever. So far investing in NIO has paid off handsomely, but is NIO still a good stock to buy today, or has it run its course? Now what I will say is I most certainly don't think it's run its course long term. So they'll go on to speak about the fact it's a Chinese stock. I think a lot of people are getting less worried about investing in Chinese companies. And then they go on to speak about everything we just spoke about, you know, the record deliveries, the battery development, the steady income stream. This is something I love. It's the subscription model, and the fact that, you know, when they bring out an upgrade to the battery, it's just a new income source for them. People can pay more for a better battery. Your same customers can pay more. It's an awesome way to run a car business. We have our high profile backers, a lot of which I've spoken about on the channel in the past, which obviously is exciting. Now where do they stand, okay? Investors are now looking beyond valuations with respect to underlying deliveries. Very true. We're investing in the future of the company without a doubt in my mind. The promise of a sustainable vision seems to be all that's needed for investors to stump up a premium for a piece of the future. And I think we all know we can expect to pay quite large premiums for a company like NIO, or anybody in the EV market who is doing very well. We just don't want to pay too much of a premium. A study carried out by McKinsey & Company, it found that the EV market is much more likely to see a quick recovery and strong growth in China and Europe than in the United States. So maybe that's one reason people are flocking to these Chinese EV companies. Not just NIO, we have Li Auto and XPeng as well. Over the long term, EV market share is also more likely to increase in China and Europe. Results of this study were released in September, and since September 1st, NIO's share price has risen over 126%. I don't think it really has anything to do with that study, but yeah, it's been immense growth. There appears to be plenty of confidences in the stock to back up its recent run up. Whether this will be enough to keep it buoyant remains to be seen. Until the pandemic is under control and the new US president takes office, uncertainty is likely to cause volatility in the markets. And I think we're still seeing that. I mean, remember, not too long ago at all, everything was crashing. Everybody's portfolio was going down and down and down. And now we're seeing the opposite. Everybody's portfolio is going up and up and up. These last 2 days in particular for me have been absolutely crazy. Two of the best days I've seen potentially ever. So right now the volatility is still immense. You know, now it's just going in the direction we want it to for a lot of us, especially if you are an EV investor. Some of our plays have been doing incredibly well. So is the share price surge sustainable? Look, I think long term, yes. Short term, absolutely anything can happen, and I think if you just have that kind of mindset, you're going to be okay. But NIO is not an anomaly. It's not the only stock in the world that's always going to go up. It's going to have its ups and downs. I will be keeping a very close eye on this company though. I will put it that way, my friends. If you enjoyed today's video, took some value, some entertainment, please hit that juicy like button, my friend. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of NIO and what did you think of the third quarter. And ultimately, subscribe if you're new around here, my friend. I would appreciate it massively. Again, if you're interested in getting some free stonks, hit that second link in the description, baby. And if you want to join a community of hundreds and hundreds of investors who speak about stocks all day long, hit that first link in the description. You also get access to my buy and sell alerts, but more than that, you get access to so many individual stock channels. We speak about everything. I mean, everything to do with the stock market in there all day long. It's an awesome place. If you watch this video all the way until the end, you, my friend, are a true legend. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. I will see you for another video very soon. Peace.